Hi, everyone. So let's do a love reading today. I'm feeling that because I get the feeling that you are holding the key or you have the answer, or it's like you know what to do. It's that kind of energy that's coming through. Hopefully that made sense. Um, Also, Neptune is in Pisces and it's retrograde. And it's been there since July. And that's only until December 7th. I believe it's the 7th of December, which is approaching. And when the thing about Neptune in Pisces when it's retrograde is that it's a really good time to reflect. And it's a really good time to figure out what your emotional patterns are, what your self sabotaging behaviors are. And especially right now, because I do feel like you know the answer, I feel like this is a perfect time to just look at maybe some of the emotional relationships that we have in our lives and what's going on. So that was the reason why I felt like we should do a love reading today. So let's do it. So let's get an overall energy here. So we have the Three of Wands. So your person is very hopeful about this situation, but they may not be telling you that they're hopeful about the situation. So I would like to see what more comes out about that. But that's what I have so far, is that they feel like you guys have put in enough, not enough, it's never enough. And I didn't even mean to say that, but they feel like they've put in some work and that there should be some returns on whatever the work is that you've both put into this relationship. But whatever amount of hope and anticipation and excitement and enthusiasm that your person is feeling, it may be that they're not sharing that with you. So, but anyway, I'm going to put that to the side and we're going to do a 9-card spread and see what else comes out. So we have the Two of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. So the first thing that's really coming through here for me is this King of Cups. And it's a really clear indication that there is a very mature love between the two of you. This is a deep kind of love. This is not the kind of love that lasts just for a minute or a month or even a year. It's one of those long-lasting lifetime types of loves. And I think that sometimes those are the more complicated ones. They certainly can be the more complicated ones. They come with a lot more work, but it's very clear that that is the thing that's drawing you guys together, keeps you together, is this King of Cups energy. But your person is really seeing you as being on the fence. So, I don't know yet if that's how you feel. We're going to try to get to all of that, but your person is seeing you as such. Your person sees you as not really being sure what to do next, not being sure what to think about the situation. And it's almost like you're just waiting it out. I think your person feels like you are sort of on hold right now. And I think you see your person as knowing what to do, knowing what the truth of the situation is, but perhaps they're not acting on what they know to be the truth of the situation. Wow, I'm not sure where this is going, but this is a very interesting story. So let me know if this is ringing true. Let's keep going. I'd like to see what's underneath. So, okay, so now we've got the Five of Wands showing up. We've got the Knight of Cups showing up and the Chariot. So, yeah, your person sees you as perhaps maybe having other options. It looks like your person is feeling like there's some competition involved here, that maybe you have a choice in the matter. And it doesn't absolutely have to do with another person, although it might be that you have options. Why wouldn't you? But it's not necessarily showing that, because I'm still seeing so much love between the two of you. I'm seeing romance, I'm seeing a deep love, I'm seeing all kinds of things that indicate that there wouldn't be another person in your energy. But it could be anything. You could be busy with work, you could be busy with your kids, you could be busy with a side hustle or with your friends or whatever it is. But it looks like your person feels like you've kind of put this situation on hold and you're focused on other things. Um, and you see your person right now as putting in some kind of effort towards this. But I'm still getting this nagging feeling that you feel like they could do more. But I want to keep going. So then we have the Two of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. So I think I see what's happening here. So your person is not taking any action, but you know that they are fully capable and aware that they need to be the one to take the action in this situation. That feels like this is the message that's coming out here. You are showing up as the Page of Pentacles in the situation, where it's you, maybe you feel like you're the only one who's really done anything, who's really built the foundation, who you're kind of responsible for kind of carrying along this relationship. And I think that you continue to do it, and you have continued to do it because there is so much love. And there's a lot of excitement between the two of you. You both bring a lot of fun, a lot of energy, a lot of passion to the situation. But I'm feeling like you think your person needs to do more. But then you're also seeing your person as having the capacity to do it. Your person, you think that your person totally knows what to do and they know how to do it, but for some reason they're not. That's the way you're seeing them. So let's see what's underneath. So we have the Fool, Judgment, and the Moon. Wow, that's a lot of major arcana, and I'm seeing Temperance here too. So certainly the two of you are being spiritually guided right now. There's spiritual lessons in this. There's definitely karma involved in this situation right now. You might both be untying karmic knots. There's certainly some kind of lessons going on here for both of you. There is a really powerful realization coming through to both of you in this situation. And but your realizations are very different from each other, where your person is feeling like they really would like to move this forward. But for them, that really feels like they're taking a big risk. So I don't know if there are abandonment issues here, or if there are past hurts somewhere else in their life. I'm going to venture to say that the hurts didn't necessarily come from inside this relationship, because there's so much karma. It feels older than that. It feels either like past relationships, childhood wounds, past life relationships, because there's so much major arcana here, is why I'm saying that. But it does feel like your person has had trouble getting started and feels stuck most of the time, because taking the risk towards the relationship is too risky. It's too much. It feels like it's going to hurt too much, or open old wounds and things of that nature. Whereas you, I think that you are further along on your journey, in the sense that you have already assimilated your light side and your shadow side. Like, you've already done a lot of that work. And so I think that the call that you're getting right now is whether or not you want to wait for this person to finally make up their minds if they're ready or not. So, do I think spiritually this is your person? Yes, I think that that looks pretty clear. But do I think you need to stay with them because of it? No, I don't. I think that if your person never takes this leap, then it doesn't matter that you were spiritually meant to be together. It just doesn't matter. You'll never be on the same frequency anyway, and you'll never be able to accomplish the contracts that you set with each other to accomplish here on earth if your person never matches that same vibration as you. So I think that's what's happening here. But you know that your person can do this. It's just that they haven't, and it looks like they're scared. That's what it looks like. So let's keep going. So then we have Justice, another major, Page of Wands, and the Six of Swords. So I think your person, I don't mean to laugh, but there's so much here with your person, and I can feel the energy with my hands, and that's usually how I read the cards, is with my hands anyway. But I do feel the karma emanating off of this card. So I think your person's going through it right now. Your person is very aware that the karmic scales are balancing right now, and that if they're not untying this karmic knot by taking this leap, it's almost like they're going to experience bad luck after bad luck after bad luck, and it's like they know this, and it's just the universe's way of communicating with us. Like, if you're going the wrong way, you're going to bang your head against a bunch of different walls, right? It's the universe's way of just communicating that's the wrong way. Like, stop banging your head against that wall. It's not the right way. Because once you start going the right way, once you start aligning, life seems to get really light and really easy. And I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about, that when you're going the right way, the universe just keeps opening another door and keeps opening another door, and you're just kind of flowing and going, oh, wow, this is cool. This seems too good to be true, but it's not. It's just the way Source talks to us, that if you continue to not do the thing, if you continue to sit on the fence here, then you're just going to keep running into another brick wall, and you're just going to have another bump on your head or your face or whatever, because you keep bumping into that wall, right? I think that there is probably not enough communication in this situation. I'm also getting. It may be that you distract yourselves with the fun and the passionate things with this Page of Wands, and there may not be enough serious moments where you're both kind of really talking to each other about it. So, and because you appear to be the one who's really much more advanced on your spiritual journey, I might suggest that you be the one to communicate, although it may be that you have communicated yourself to death at this point, right? Like, that may be why your person sees you as getting frustrated and feeling like you might have to move on. Maybe you've hit the brakes on this whole relationship, and you are feeling the Six of Swords here. So I do know that you feel like you want to move on from this, that one way or another you want to break the cycles that you've been in. So whether or not you stay together or you move on, you're definitely stopping the cycles. The cycles, you've stepped off of the roller coaster, regardless. So it may be that you've already tried to communicate this to your person, and it's not that they don't understand it, because again, you see them as the Ace of Swords in the Chariot. You see them as completely understanding the situation. This is an intelligent person you're dealing with. They know what to do. They know what the truth is. They know you are their truth. They know they can have success with you, but they're just not doing it. And it looks like it's because they're scared. So, but I'm getting that there probably could be a little more communication, but don't come at me if you've already done that and you're exhausted, because I totally understand that too. I have been there too. So let's look underneath. We have Temperance, which we saw earlier. the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. So I do like to see this. So again, your person is showing up with all these majors. And this is, they are being so guided right now. Their higher self is screaming to them. Their higher self is yelling at them right now and saying, please take this leap. What are you waiting for? You keep hitting your head against every wall imaginable because you're going the wrong way. And not only that, but you're going to lose your person if you don't. So it's like a double whammy for them if they don't do the thing. And that's what their higher self is trying to communicate to them, that it's now or never. It's, if you're going to take this jump, take it now. Because their higher self knows that you don't deserve to just be put on hold forever until your person decides if they're ready or not. So, eventually karma steps in, and it looks like it's already happening. Justice does not mess around. This is serious. Your person's going through it. Your person's getting their karma. They're hitting their head against wall after wall after wall because they're going the wrong way. I also think that there is something going on with you that's separate from this relationship that's just coming through. But because I'm seeing you with the Six of Swords with the Queen of Wands, you are really empowered right now to do almost anything you want. And I think it's because you've had so much spiritual growth. We saw this here, that you've already really assimilated your light and shadow side. You've done a lot of the spiritual work. You have untied a lot of karmic knots. And you are just, you're vibing at a pretty high frequency right now. You've just done the work. You're advanced spiritually. And so I do think that there is some kind of an opportunity that's opening up for you here. And you may be so distracted by whatever this new portal is that's opening just for you that it may also be interfering with the relationship, but it's all divinely guided. So if it is interfering with the relationship, if you are getting new opportunities out of the blue somewhere, we were talking about this Five of Wands and competition. So if you're getting opportunities to move abroad because you're going to study, or you're selling products and now you have all these customers and you have all this money coming in or whatever, make it make sense for you. But that could be part of their karma too, is watching you have so much success in moving forward and leaving them behind, so that they can kind of get a little taste of what that feels like if you were to eventually completely leave them behind. So I think that you may be kind of holding that back from them too, just what your potential is, just like how spiritually advanced you are and how this universe works and why portals are opening for you, because you've done the work and you've integrated your shadow and your light sides. And I feel like maybe that's the thing that needs to be communicated, is that if you explain all of that to them, sort of like in the way I just did, it doesn't have to be complicated, but just explain that to them so that they can understand where you're coming from and even how the universe works, because they're still such at the beginning of their journey, because they've been so afraid to begin, that they probably, but just by default, don't understand as much as you do. So that's what I'm thinking here, is that maybe just communicate to them just how fucking badass you are, right? So, but I do want to caution you that there may be a need to perhaps detach and release this relationship, at least on a temporary level, because I do think that that's the motivation that they're going to need in order to take the leap. And if you stay together too long without them taking the leap, then that's how codependencies are built. So that's really the advice that's coming through, is to really just detach from this and let go of any expectation, but you are so spiritually advanced on your path here that I feel like you know how to do that you know what I mean. Like, sort of be the hanged man in this situation and just let this go, because if it's meant for you, karma's going to work itself out. The source is going to make sure it all works out. And if it's not meant for you, then you've done everything that you can. And what else can you do? And you can move on and take these new opportunities and these new portals that have been opened for you. So, but I would like to look at your chakras so we can see if we can see anything about the two of you coming through here. So we have Earth Star with dramatic, and we have Soul Star with pure. So I do think that you definitely have a very pure soul star. I'm not surprised to see that at all. We've talked about all of the work that you've done and all of the integrating that you have done, all the shadow work that you have done. So this is very clear to me. And then on your person's side, I'm seeing the Earth Star with dramatic. And I do think that there may be a little bit of that going on here, where they're not taking this leap because of this fear of abandonment, but that's their problem, is they're maybe stuck in too much of a victim mentality that, oh, if I take this leap, and what happens if I get my heart broken again, and oh, woe is me. But that's the point, right? The point is to take these risks so that we can see that it's exactly where we were supposed to go. And if you do get your heart broken, then it wasn't the right direction anyway. As we said, if you run into brick walls, it just means you're going the wrong way. So I do think that your person may tend to be a little bit on the dramatic side, maybe the victim mentality side, where they're thinking, I'm not going to do this, because it seems like it's been a minute and they're still not doing it. So let's look at some heart healing, because I'd like to see if we can find out some more information about your person and why they're hurting so much, why they're so afraid to take the leap, and maybe we can find out about you too. So this says, flirty heart, have fun engaging your alluring nature. So that could be too, that your person may be just taking it so seriously that maybe they just need to loosen up or lighten up and become more flirty about the way that they just give themselves over to you. They give their heart to you. And then we have unseen heart, and it says you are significant. So I do really get the feeling that this person makes you feel like you're unseen, because they're not giving you their heart. So it makes you feel like, do I even matter to them at all? And we can tell from this reading that you definitely matter to them, but they have to show that to you. They have to communicate that to you. They have to take actions towards you and trust you with their heart the way that you trusted them with yours, right? So let's get a couple of final love messages just to close this out, just to see if there's anything else we didn't already flush out of here. So we have self-indulgence, which says self-worth and value, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. So that's what we've been saying. It feels like there's a little bit of indulgence in this dramatic energy of I'm too scared to do it, but that's where they need to heal. They need to do the shadow work. And they can't do the shadow work if they don't take the first steps, right? I mean, you've done the shadow work. I can tell by your position in the spread. I can tell that you've done the work, and that I am still getting this feeling though, that it would be helpful if you could communicate that to your person. And then we have karmic relationship. And then we said that right away. This feels very karmic. There's a lot of karmic ties that need to be untied. Resentments and triggers, perception, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. So I do think that that is exactly what you guys are going through. This is extremely karmic. But you've done the work, and it's time for you to let this go. You can let this go. And if your person isn't coming with you, then that's okay, because there's going to be someone else. There's going to be something else. I still see this Ace of Pentacles peeking through here. That is your opportunity. That is your door that the universe is opening for you, because you are going the right way. And it's okay if you go through that door without your person. So I do think that the message coming through here is to just detach from the situation, because your person just has some more healing that they really need to do, some shadow work that they need to do, and that perhaps communicating to them how they can do the shadow work and what you think they need to do and how they can do that might really go a long way for them. They might receive that. So anyway, so that is your reading. So please let me know if it was resonant, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.